Anyways, relationships.
Oh God. Wow. Okay. 180 turn.
Well, you also brought it up. You just
I
had
did bring it
like
up. I did bring
in
it
the
up. I did bring it up.
like you just you. It's like wow, what a smooth transition.
What a smooth transition. I did bring it up. Oof. Relationships. Tough. Tough. Finding someone who's, I don't know, when you want a relationship, like what is the main reasoning behind it?
Main reasoning?
Like you have to have a reason
Yeah,
or
I
like a
mean,
desire to be in a relationship.
so I think the biology of it all is interesting.
Oh,
Because
oh,
if
oh.
you break it down, well, like I'm not like a biologist or anything, but and I don't claim to be very educated in this area or anything. But like there's a there's a instinctual urge for the major like 99% of people. Like we're not talking about the asexual people who don't want to have sex, right? Like
Damn, all right.
they don't have an urge to have sex. Like I think at the core of it, right? Like
I guess it is to
there
yes,
are
that's
like
fair.
hormones and whatever else driving you to have desire. But yes, there's like also rationale that we can think through
Okay,
as
so
to why.
the rationale might be this. There is like I like you. Like
What
purely
does
like
that? Okay,
like
okay, okay,
physically attracted.
okay, okay.
Two, you could be like mentally stimulated. Like this person is interesting. This person is
Okay.
different from what I'm used to. Or three, uh, no, not or three. Three, they could have a combination of both. Four, you're in the same life stage. Like life stage as in like your values, your
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, like the way there's just so many like dimensions to it.
right. Dating is really weird. A lot of times we break dating down into those four categories. Um,
It sounds like
some people,
you're like writing a book on this like
I
four
mean,
category.
I did go through Ben Stewart's single dating engaged married.
Oh,
Huge shout out to that
nice.
book, bro. It's such a
I
good
need to
book.
finish that. I need to finish that.
I technically went through the podcast series. Like we're gonna be going.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that cheating? Is that cheating? I mean, it's the
I mean,
same
if you
thing.
listen to his sermon series, then
Yeah, I mean, it was fire. I just literally just played on my way to school.
anyway. So
Um,
you were saying,
and so usually we date on four like these four basic principles. Of course, hormones and all that is driving it, but like usually these four are fundamental.
okay, sure.
That's what I mean by like there has to be a reason. You just like, oh, or I guess the 4A, forward slash A is like you don't want to be lonely.
I feel like there's so
There's a
many
lot more.
motivations. Yeah, I
There's a
just I
lot
just
more, but I guess like those are like the basic ones.
well, I
One and
think
two can kind of be combined. Like you want to find a
as
person who's attractive or who you find attractive and who is somewhat interesting and has similar values, lifestyle to you, and you know, you don't want to be lonely. I think that is basically what sums up most relationships.
yeah, the comment I was gonna say is since I do aim to talk about Asian American topics on this, I think there is a very real thing to be
Oh,
said
my
about
bad, my bad.
like parents and like societal
Pressure from
influence.
parents. Pressure from parents.
Yeah, to just simply be married or to like even like
The
have
status.
arranged marriage, right?
Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Yeah.
So yeah, as like,
Sorry.
I guess you're fifth or sixth.
Yeah, like basically
Okay.
it's 4A was like not being or not have not wanting to be lonely, I guess. But I guess that ties in with like your parents pressuring you like, hey, like you need to get married. You have kids. So someone can look after you after like when you're old, stuff like that. Like that is hugely prevalent in the Asian American community. Even when you're looking for a significant other, like it ties into the fourth point of life stage. Like, do they have a good job? Are they stable, uh, financially and mentally stable? So it it kind of culminates into one big boiling pot, and then the Asian American community is like it's almost as though, and I touched on it earlier, it's like a status thing. Like if you bring a girl home to your parents, like it's real. Like that's when you're just like, okay, when you bring her home to see mom, like it's defined. Um, I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to watch my brother date um, various individuals. Um, Not all Asian, majority are, but my family has been quite accepting of like who we date. Um, so I don't know, man. Dating in the Asian American community is also very complicated at times. At least for me.
Continue.
Okay,
Okay.
and I want to give context behind that. So if you're not, a lot of times those in the Asian American community and even those people in general want to find individuals or significant others that are like them, that are related to them. Um, so that could either mean like we're in the same profession, like, or we're in the same life stage, we are in a similar social group, um, or in the case like you have similar personalities. However, I guess I can only talk for myself. I can't speak for anybody else, but I've found it slightly difficult. This is not a plug for auctioning me off on Solo Asian Dating, by the way. um, but I guess the personality part has always been different than most Asian Americans. I'm more loud, outspoken. I am energetic. If you haven't told from the first hour of this podcast, um, so it's finding a significant other is sometimes difficult because a lot of people just want real, especially within the Asian American community, we just want mellow people, um, like down, like I mean, I get down to earth, but like not crazy. Um, and a lot of times I don't fit that mold, and so finding a relationship who, or finding a significant other who is also very energetic, very lively, can be difficult. And sometimes my parents, like very subtly, they don't do it all the time, but they're just like, oh, when are you going to bring someone home? Uh, like for us to meet, or like you can always invite, someone over for like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner, like bring somebody.
That is not very subtle to me.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, in their eyes, they think it's subtle, but in mine, I'm just like, all right, okay. I've had to like reiterate, like, I am happily single. Totally, like, I am content with being single right now in this season. Shout out to 1 Corinthians 7. That I guess has that answered your
The
question?
complicated dating
Dating is
is
complicated.
complicated I mean, okay, like, So, are you saying Asian American girls on average are looking for, if they are looking for an Asian American guy specific, they're looking for
Yes.
someone who is more soft spoken?
Yeah, I
Is
would say
that what
so.
you're
Yeah.
saying?